Hello my lovelies, today we will be talking about the new quote-unquote update we just got. I am just so disappointed with the decisions made in this update, and I'm sure others are too. There is a huge uproar in Twitter or X, whatever you like to call it, and it's bad. I wouldn't say it's as bad as the last drama, but it's definitely up there. Anyways, let's answer the question you may be asking if you are unaware of what is happening, and if so then my loyal viewers, let's get into this video's drama. The sets that were removed. So, if you weren't aware, the sets called Fluttering Butterfly and Enchanting Heirloom were removed. Which is really sad, as they were one of the few sets we had that were available year-long, so you didn't have to work as hard to get them. The reason was because the developers were trying to avoid copyright, which made perfect sense, but for me it was the timing. Like, how come this had to happen on the 7th anniversary of Royale being a game, and why not way before? Like, I get what they mean, but the freaking developers couldn't even tell Matt Crystal that they were doing this, and this appears to be a pattern. They did this with the Royale YouTubers who once made lots of content on the game that became inactive or just quit to find some other games to enjoy, or work on their mental health, like Cybernova for example. They took away her badge and maybe others who had stopped making Royale content as much and took them out without contacting them. What's even more crazy is that they did this to call me Haley and Luca Ash when their badges were taken away for no proper reason. I felt this was very rude and childish of them, and to see them do it to a fellow developer that helped not only grow the game but made the game is even more messed up. Also, before I get to the next topic, are we going to act like there aren't other items that can be copyright striked? Like the Kingdom Crown and earrings you get from the wheel inspired from Nintendo, the Midnight Strike set inspired by one of Ariana Grande's tour outfits, and even the Slay It skirt and bodice can also be copyrighted since it's from Mean Girls. Yet, you don't see the developers making comments about taking them out and changing them. As well as I would like to add that reworking was a possibility too, to really avoid copyright and not make the community as mad. Reworking could have also worked. But of course, they wouldn't do that, as I'm sorry to say the developers are indeed a little lazy sometimes. But now let's move on from this topic. The Cherry Blossom set. Okay, so I hope you guys are aware of what the Cherry Blossom set is, but anyways, in this same update, the developers, to avoid reworking it into a more culturally accurate kimono, just took out the kimono from its name. Which I would just like to say is insane. Oh wait, I just rhymed there. But anyways, back to the topic. I think this is so crazy if you think about it, because from seeing this they are basically saying, we hear you guys, and know the Cherry Blossom set is inaccurate, but we refuse to rework it, so we will just change its name. Like, how can a game that claims it's inclusive do this? It's so messed up and shows they are not willing to rework it, but they are willing to rework other creators' corsets without them knowing. Like, make it make sense, Royale. You cannot be claiming you are trying to have a more kind and inclusive community if you can't even do it yourself. Plus, it's not like there aren't any ideas for you to use. There are so many creators who willingly reworked the set for you and gave you guys amazing ideas. But you guys took none of them, and are just now going to take the kimono out of its name. Like, that will really change the fact it's an inaccurate kimono set. The halo. I am so sorry to everyone who loves the halo, but the halo is just not it at all. It's cute if you use the right toggles and colors, but the main toggles that we have seen so far look so bad. It is basically the winter halo but with vines and small looking daisies, I think. It's so bad, but I understand the halo creator is new and is still learning how to develop and everything, so I won't necessarily hate on the halo because of that. But in my personal opinion, I do not like the halo and am not looking forward to getting it. I think I am not the only one who thinks this, as I was seeing people on Twitter or X that were saying the halo looked really bad and all sorts of things, and I sadly have to agree. Just the whole design had potential, but it kind of clashed up with the vines. Dorm saves update. Now let's get on to the dorm saves, as this was one of the major things alongside the sets being removed that everyone was upset about. So, I will just flat out say that they are very overpriced. We have to pay around 8,000 diamonds just to buy a new dorm slot, and the worst thing of all is everything you bought in your old dorm doesn't transfer into your new dorm. So, you need to buy them all again, which is a pain in the butt. I now see why they gave us extra money for the Enchanting Heirloom set and Fluttering Butterfly set if you have the set pieces. But clearly Royale doesn't know how expensive making dorms are, especially all the way from scratch. It really does build up when buying every single item, and by the time your dorm room actually looks decent you must have paid more than 100k diamonds already. So that was even more disappointing as there are barely any ways to grind other than doing quests all day, Sunset Island, and maybe some classes from Campus 2 or 1, because we don't even have actual classes in Campus 3 yet. But they are working toward a Campus 4 which I am scared will be released in 2027 or something, similar to when Campus 3 came out. Last thoughts, this was honestly a really bad update especially for old players. The Fluttering Butterfly set and Enchanting Heirloom set were literally the most iconic sets and even still were. It's sad to think that over time when newer players join, they won't be able to use those sets and this topic will by then die down. But it is what it is and I am happy to have made wonderful outfits with those sets. Also, still so disappointed they couldn't change or rework the Cherry Blossom set like really Royale High. I saw some videos and people saying they should have taken out the Cherry Blossom set, but I personally think that it would be better to rework it. Consequently, they should stop taking things out without contacting creators or the influencers without their consent, and the developers should personally make a better update to back this one up because I have a feeling if the next one is just as bad as this, they will just be adding more fuel to their own fire. Conclusion, regardless, thank you so much for taking time out of your day or night to watch this video. Those were my thoughts. Please let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and make sure to comment on my video with a sad face emoji if you agree with me on this video, and make sure to like and subscribe for the algorithm so more people can see this video, and I will see you guys in another great video. See you guys later.